Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Deckin Around Deck Specs. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the latest deck from CardCutz Playing Cards, the SWISH Playing Cards. But before we jump into it, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel.
And ring the bell.
So this deck is printed by USPCC on their premium crushed stock. It is part of an unspecified print run, and the design was actually designed by Chris Andrew Small. So let's check this deck out. As you can see, the artwork on this is very much an abstract design. It's really a very visual deck, definitely meant for cardistry, I'd say, more than Magic, though there are relatively standard courts throughout. But the tuck actually has a magnified version of the card back on the back of the tuck, though not the same. It's interesting, you can see there's a lot more complexity and design to the card back there.
You know what it reminds me of? That back design reminds me of maybe like sidewalk chalk.
Yeah, no, I could definitely see that. It is a one-way back, so you do get two different fans out of it. I'm personally more of a fan of the one with the purple corner on, or the pink corner on it, so it gets a little color to it. And then you have two very much like typographical jokers there. And then this interesting ace concept, which is carried throughout all of the aces in the deck. You'll also see
Nice.
that while the indices and pips are relatively standard, one of the pips on each card is replaced with a part of the back design there, and then there's these little like motion blurs throughout the entire card, which I guess goes to the Swish name.
Yeah, probably adds to some cardistry moves.
Yeah. So then you also can notice that all of the court cards in this are standard court cards, but they're all monochromatic. So it's basically just black and white across the board in both the black and the silver courts, other than obviously the red pips and indices for the red suits.
Nice.
Yeah. It
Kind of looks like that. It's a little pink. Is it a pink color or
the red.
for the red suit?
So no, it's a pretty standard red, I'd say. I don't think they really modified the color at all. It might have just been the way the camera picked it up, or the fact that some of the indices, have the pink from the back design next to it. But it's a relatively standard red. And the cards themselves, again, pretty standard looking, other than those little swoosh looks or moves items next to them.
Right.
And then you have these really two interesting ad cards. I actually think this card might be my favorite out of the deck because it has a lot of like just color to it. And then what I always love is CardCutz always includes a cut card, which I think is a nice little touch and goes well with their brand. Then
I like that. I like their ad card.
yeah, it's simple, it's clean, and it really looks really nice. This was quite an abstract deck. Like I said, I definitely think it was meant with the visual appeal in mind. So definitely a cardistry-oriented deck more so than a magician's deck. Though with the standard courts and pretty much standard faces, you could use this for Magic as well. No gaff cards or anything like that included, which kind of makes it lean more towards the cardistry side, or even potentially the collector's side. There's a big market for people who enjoy seeing reproduction art on cards, and this definitely has like an abstract artist kind of feel to it.
Yeah, it's funny if I look at that yellow kind of design on the back of the deck. It reminds me of Pikachu.
There you go. I can definitely see that a little bit. There's a little red, brown, and yellow in it with a little bit of a tail coming off. Yeah.
Yeah, a little black tail.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of, I don't know, like an 8-bit Pikachu action.
There you go. No, it's definitely an interesting back design, and it's funny because the back of the tuck is actually a part of the back design, but not the entire thing. So you can see that this whole portion of it here is actually a magnified version of one of the kind of like corners, that lower corner, which is actually like shifted more like that. Like that, yeah, like that. Yeah, so when I first saw it, I was like, all right, where's this back design? Like, it looks different, and it took a little while to realize that it's kind of off the center and cut out of the back design, which I thought was pretty interesting.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Well, thank you everyone for checking out this episode of Deckin Around Deck Specs. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We drop these every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, so make sure to keep an eye out. And make sure to check out CardCutz.com to pick up these SWISH playing cards.
Peace. Bye.